Oh my goodness. Got a bit of a headache today. Anyway, I just asked cards about who's going to be inaugurated on January 20th. What I got is the manipulation. There is the struggle, the fight about it, about the steal. So it's not telling me. Okay, underneath of it, they're checking the history. So I'm not getting something from that. I'm just not. I mean, I wish I was, but at this point, like I said, it's reading the energy of the moment, and it's not clear yet. But let me ask one other thing. What would happen if Trump gets in the White House again? What would happen? Let's see if it'll give us some answers. It's about holding on again. Energy coming into it would be out in the cold. When it comes to the steal, the takeaway with everything, the challenge would be, this emotional thing for a lot of people would be challenging emotionally. And when it comes to the families, etc., even MAGA, it's usually my card for the families, sometimes Magatonians, and for many people, underneath of it would be painful. When it comes to the messages coming out rapidly, all of this stuff that's going to be happening, that he says is going to be happening, and that's slow and tower moment, okay? So, it wouldn't be good, okay? It wouldn't be good. People will be feeling out in the cold because of the steal, okay? It would be painful. So let me ask, how would people best get through that time? How would people best get through that time? Now, don't get me, don't say I said this is going to take place. I haven't said that. I'm asking what if, and how would people deal? How would people deal? It's about sharing. Yeah. There would have to be a lot of sharing for healing and etc. about what's taking place. The energy would be, a lot of sadness, a lot of kind of the nightmare scenario for a lot of people because of the strong domineering aspect of transformation that he wants to put into place, with the challenge of leaving, walking away, distancing from it, with the outcome of, this abuse of power, abusive, okay? Underneath of it all would have the wealthy. There would be more investigations into the toxicity and losses for America, okay? So it would be a tough period. I'm not going to say that, that it would be easy, okay? I'm not going to say it would be easy. It would be tough. People would have to depend on each other. There would be people wanting to distance themselves from this abuse of power, whether it's going to a different country or just, shutting down. There would be a lot more investigations and things into this toxicity because of the things that he wants to put into place, you know, with Project 2025, the stuff that they're trying to do. So let me ask now, what will take place if Kamala gets sworn in as president this time? What will be the outcome if Kamala gets sworn in? Oop, come cards, come with the rest of them. So what we have, it would be about moving, okay? Things changing, moving. The energy, a lot of stuff up in the air to be looked at. Lots and lots of things there when it comes to America, okay? A lot of things to be birthed, looking at all these different options. The challenge would be messaging. Now we know that the uber right would be messaging drama, and it would be about, the outcome would be new messages, new information, etc. Underneath of it all, we would have her with a lid on some things, and then working about the things she's chosen and the life path going forward, and looking at the history of abuse, okay? So I think that they would be making changes when it comes to these things so it doesn't happen again, okay? So a radically different thing from Kamala than Trump. Okay, if Trump gets in, then we will have to be really depending on each other, and you know, they will have investigations, but it would be hardship. 100% would be a hardship for the country. Okay? That's no lie. That doesn't mean you couldn't make it through. Don't go into a major depression with this, because underneath of it all is victory. Okay? Underneath of it all is victory and light. Light being shed and a victory in the end. Okay? We could get through this. Now, I think that this would be a radical wake-up for those that voted for him. Okay? And so maybe it's a thing that the rest of us would have to just kind of navigate to get them to wake up to what they've been following. Okay? Now, I could see that, what would that do in the end for America? Would it wake up these Magatonians? Would it cause a shift away from this stuff? Would this, if Trump gets in, let's ask it this way, if Trump gets in, and we have to go through these 4 years of drama with Trump, would it shift things in the minds of these people that voted for him into a better direction? Would it shift it into a better direction? Let's look and see. Okay, we've got things, the lid on things. What's under the covers of that? Okay. When it comes to the energy of this, it would be, again, being out in the cold. When it comes to the world, their worlds, etc., the challenge would be the wheel turning with an outcome of, now in this case, I think it would be better things, and the wheel turning when it comes to karma of Trump coming into it. So let's see what we have. Underneath of it, we have this action taking place when it comes to those not taking in truth, being blocked from truth when it comes to Trump. Oop, got two cards there. Comes to Trump and the White House, okay, with the overflowing cup of understanding this steal, the steal, okay, the takeaway with the new messages of truth when it comes to going forward for opportunities, and it comes to his radicalized wanting to be king and emperor, being taken out of commission, retreating through work when it comes to this repugly ugly things, okay, and feeling tied up and bringing this ending, okay, when it comes to this government ploy that we have had to juggle with the investigation into this dark nonsense, again, through sharing, okay? So, yeah, if the Magatonians, and we had to go through this time with Trump getting into office and stuff, again, they would see they're out of, they're out of alignment with the world when it comes to the things of spirit and things. And again, the challenge would have been Trump and getting to something better, the higher dynamic. So in one this is the card that's for Trump and his star and his ego, but it's also the card for the higher dynamic, okay? So when they see they're out of step with spirituality in the world and stuff, this can change. But it would not be an easy time, okay? Would not be an easy time. We would have to absolutely hold the line. Now, what I'm getting again with the cards is that right now, we don't know which way this is going to go. People keep asking me, is she going to be here? Is she going to be... Well, things are still undecided in the universe is what it's looking, and we are on the precipice. Whether we get to jump right into better things with Kamala, or whether we have to go through 4 years of them having their eyes opened by going through this drama with the one that they've put on a pedestal to wake them up. No matter which way it is, no matter which way it is, we'll make it through. So what about those of us that are of the light? That challenge going through it. Yeah, it's about, again, coming together, continuing to put out and fight the good fight for truth within that battle, okay, within that difficulty, to repress that stuff, and also the challenge of meditation and just pulling back from the lies and the drama, okay? So we would continue the good fight, okay? Not giving up, meditation, looking into the lies, seeing what loss has been there, but also looking at what we have remaining, having that strong truth. A lot of people, this is their card for Kamala. Again, not liking some of the harvest, but this would be coming to its end and its conclusion, and waiting in the wings is Kamala with this information on what can be built when it comes to with the getting through that toxicity by looking deeper, okay, and trying to bring things to more balance in government, okay. So, you know, we would have struggle, okay. It's saying you have to fight the good fight, continue to depend on each other, pull back from some of the drama, and fishtails and lies and other things. You know, put out the truth about genuine spirituality, etc. Okay, that's if worse comes to worse. Okay, but at this moment, it's undecided. It's as far as who will wind up in the White House, but they are having the great fight. Okay. They are struggling, they are going through this, and no matter what, we will make it through. Now, hopefully, we get back on the timeline that should be, which we voted for, which America wanted, which is Kamala. But if, in fact, he does get back in the White House, the other side of that sword, the other side of it, is that the people that voted for him, the ones that have had their eyes so blinded by him, that have been gone right down that rabbit hole, they would have to have their eyes opened the hard way, okay, to find out they've been absolutely lied to, and they would not be spared from his egalitarian drama, okay? Yeah, because it would be all about what he's selling, the overturning, seeing from a different thing when it comes to putting out the drama for people, okay? And they would struggle with the government at that point that they wanted to put into place. Now, I've had Magatonians coming on here now that's saying, oh, the missing 20 million votes, well, you know, that just proves that the election was stolen by Biden before. What? Yeah, those comments and things I've taken off. I keep going through the comments and getting rid of those. You know, they're coming in being smug. Oh, now you'll see how fabulous he is. Yeah, God put him in here. God put him in here. Yeah, God put him in here. Okay. Well, in one way, yeah, God, you know, what they don't know what God isn't. God does not sit there and direct it. We have free will. Okay. But beneath all of that, the divine is always wants the best, okay? So God put him in there. Okay, you want to look at it that way? God put him in there then to show you just how wrong you are and how deceived you have been and what a rabbit hole you have gone on down in your belief system, okay? So yeah, it would be a very hard lesson to learn, okay? It would be a very, very hard lesson to learn, okay? Okay, so I asked those of the light, how would they get through this? How would we manage this? It's about mentally going forward. You can choose either the harder thing or the smoother thing. One side is you got two sides of the sword. You can either go towards positivity, move it, and this is your mental framework and the actions you put into place, okay? So mentally, you can either put in actions to move you forward positively or negatively. And it's all about what you build, you construct when it comes to going forward. Okay? When it comes to going forward. Again, choices you make, the actions you do. Okay? So yes, absolutely we would make it through. So you could again either choose to be positive and know that this too will pass, or go into the negative spin and drama and make yourself ill, which again, how was that work for you? That's what I always say. How's that working for you? If you want to go into depression, failure, misery, how is that working for you? Because that only grows more failure and misery, okay? So you've got to have positivity. Well, you don't have to have. You have free will. You can be as negative as you want. You can beat the poor pity party drum all you're worth and have that parade if you want. But it doesn't solve anything, doesn't make anything better, and does not help your health at all. Okay? So, again, this is not saying he's getting into office. Don't take it that way. The cards at this point are saying, we're not sure which way this is going to go yet. Because, again, it's free will. And it depends on the energy of the whole. Okay? So that's it. This is if this one happens or if this one happens, how could it play out? That's all. These are possibilities. Okay? Just like I say, when it comes to astrology, and you have these comes out, they're not dire predictions, they are possibilities. Okay? They're possibilities for difficulties or possibilities for expansion, for learning. It just depends on how you take it and how you move forward. Challenges or benefits. Okay? That's it. So on that note, I'll leave that here. Hopefully this doesn't freak some people out and they go into a tailspin. Please don't go into a tailspin with this. This is just looking at if this happens, these are the possible consequences. If this happens, this is possible consequences. It's definitely way more easy and positive if Kamala, if we get through this, they really get in here, show the steal, show the, arguments about the steal, what happened, prove it, and knock him out. But if that doesn't happen, then if Trump gets in, we're going to have 4 years of difficult things that are going to wind up waking up many of these Magatonians that have gone down this rabbit hole, and they will have their eyes opened, okay? But it may take, and sometimes I've got that, okay. What's coming in again is the yin-yang. My talk on the yin-yang. So what is it? You got it divided, okay? 1/2, 1/2. You got 1/2 that's dark, but it's got a seed of light. It's got the other side that's light, but it's got a seed of dark, okay? So you have a guy who's kind of egotistical and everything, and he loses all that he has, okay? But that wakes him up, and he starts searching for God, searching for truth, and goes on a new path. So is that bad luck or good luck? Okay? Then you have a guy that's everything's going great. He wins the lottery, okay? But at that point, again, he goes into this, he falls down and goes into a negative spin. And or no, he wins the lottery, and before that, he was a very calm individual, grounded, centered. He wins it and he goes crazy with it, becomes very egotistical, etc. So was that good fortune? Okay, so one, they lose everything, but they start to progress spiritually. The other one gains what seems to be a good gain, but then he falls spiritually into dark and into ego drama, etc. So which was good fortune and which was bad fortune? No matter which part of the wheel you have, again, the darkness, you can find a seed of light, or in the light you can find a seed of dark. So which one are you going to plant? Which one are you going to hold to? Okay? Up to you. Which way is it going to go? So on that note, I'll leave that here. Sorry, I kind of went off on my explanation. It's been a long time since I've talked about that. But yeah, that's the way it is. You know, that's the way it is. And again, we have free will. The divine is always for the positive. It's got everything that will ever come into existence there already. But we have the free will to make the choices we make. That's why we are in a limited time frame here. So we can't go too far off, okay? Before we leave this physicality and get to look at the expressions, the things that we did, and can move forward into other experiences. So again, all of this is learning experience, things to navigate through. But no matter what, your best bet is to continue in positivity, okay? Even in the midst of the dark, there is a seed of light there, okay? Or you can be in the light and be morose and have that seed of dark there all the time and can gravitate to that. Up to you. Okay, it's up to you. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll see you online.